Tulsa banget si matamu. Akhirnya bumole di Paris.
Halo, halo.
Tinggal-tinggal. You will grow as an intellectual who not only develops academically but also grows with the values of fraternity and humanity. On this campus, you will gain academic experience with a choice of 8 faculties and 32 study programs, supported by modern campus facilities that continue to evolve. On this campus, you will experience the exploration of knowledge with diversity as the foundation. You will grow as an intellectual who not only develops academically but also grows with the values of fraternity and humanity. On this campus, you will gain academic experience with a choice of 8 faculties and 32 study programs, supported by modern campus facilities that continue to evolve. On this campus, you will experience the exploration of knowledge with diversity as the foundation. You will grow as an intellectual who not only develops academically but also grows with the values of fraternity and humanity. On this campus, you will gain academic experience with a choice of 8 faculties and 32 study programs, supported by modern campus facilities that continue to evolve. On this campus, you will experience the exploration of knowledge with diversity as the foundation.
Iya, sudah gagal ginjal, Dik. Udah apa? Hati padahal tidak ada. Saya kaget, apa berita duka tuh keluarga ada saja. Mm-mm.
Waalaikumsalam. Kenapa Pak Jayadi? Terus?
ladies and gentlemen, I just want to inform that the Vice President of Timor-Leste already joined with us in the Zoom meeting.
Seragam bagaimana itu? Saya sudah pesan di Ibu
So,
Ani.
I just want to respectively greet for Vice President of Timor-Leste, Mr. Mariano Astanami Sabido. How are you, sir? Good morning. Oh, it seems like the connection is still unstable. And for all participants, I
Sorry,
hope
madam.
that.
No, the Vice
Okay,
Prime
good
Minister
morning,
is not. Actually, I'm the Chief of Staff and the Principal Advisor to the Vice Prime
Okay.
Minister.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
the Vice Prime Minister is unable to attend this conference as he is now acting Prime Minister. So he has delegated to participate on to be in the discussions and to look forward to joining you in the discussions. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for Mr. Nibio Magares. Yeah, we are still waiting for the other keynote speaker for joining in our Zoom meeting today.
Thank you.
Halo. Ya.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin this seminar, let me introduce first myself. I'm Eka Saridwan, who will serve as the Master of Ceremony for this international event today. And if you don't mind, I would like to perform a Zoom connection check first to make sure that all participants and also the keynote speakers has a good stable connection. So I want to respectively create again for the acting president of Timor-Leste, Mr. Nivio Magalhães. Good morning, sir. You can hear our voice well?
Sorry, not the acting president, madam. Good morning.
Oh,
Selamat
okay.
pagi. Saya I'm representing the Vice Prime Minister, and
Okay.
I'm the Chief of Staff and Principal Advisor to the Vice Minister, Coordinating Minister for Social Affairs and Minister for Rural Development and Community Housing. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
To you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good
Thank
morning.
you, sir.
and
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Maybe some of keynote speakers already want to join, will join for this seminar, maybe in the middle of this session, I think. And I want to greet the professor of Megarezky University, Prof. Anwar already joined also in our Zoom. Good morning, Professor.
Good morning.
Okay, and
Good morning,
ladies and gentlemen,
everyone.
we can start our international meeting agenda today by opening ceremony. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
And good morning, everyone. Her Excellency, the Chairperson of Megarezky Islamic Education Foundation, Her Excellency, the Secretary of Megarezky Islamic Education Foundation, and also as the Head of International Office, Ms. Siti Nurhaliza ICCOM MSc, His Excellency, Director of Megarezky University, Professor Dr. Anwar Ramli, SA MSc, Honorable all keynote speakers of international meeting today, and respectable Vice Rectors of Megarezky University, Honorable Deans and Vice Deans of Megarezky University, Honorable the Professor and lecturers of Megarezky University, and respectable all students and participants of international seminar today. First of all, let's thank to Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us some mercies and blessings so that we can attain this agenda without any troubles and obstacles. Secondly, salawat and salam may always be given to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to the light now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's open this agenda by reciting Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The next agenda, National Anthem, Indonesia Raya, and Megarezky University Hymn.
Indonesia
The next is Singing Universe Hymn Song.
Universitas Megarezky Makassar, lahir di Sulawesi Selatan, yang menjunjung nilai kemanusiaan dengan semboyan pendidikan adalah ibadah. Universitas Megarezky Makassar bersatu.
MOU juga kalau ada. Memang. Makanya MOU dulu yang kalau memang paling mau minta tanda tangan langsung atau nak pelajari dulu, pelajari.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next agenda gonna be video presentation of Megarezky University profile.
What if the campus where you will study in the future is a dream campus with a variety of experiences in the field since 2005? On this campus, you will become a part of an educational institution that has produced tens of thousands of accomplished individuals and has made contributions in various professional fields, both domestic and international level. On this campus, you will experience the exploration of knowledge with diversity as the foundation. You will grow as an intellectual who not only develops academically but also grows with the values of fraternity and humanity. On this campus, you will gain academic experience with a choice of 8 faculties and 32 study programs, supported by modern campus facilities that continue to evolve. Megarezky University will take you on a journey to broaden your horizons through global partnership programs in the United Kingdom, Japan, Australia, Taiwan, Thailand, and the Philippines. Moreover, Megarezky University will support your growth and development as a professional by establishing over 230 national partnerships, both in the private sector and government institutions. Megarezky University is the culmination of a long journey of a private higher education institution that has the vision to grow and synergize in nation building. It began with the establishment of Stikas Megarezky in 2005, focusing on education in the healthcare field. Starting with 2 study programs, Unimers has grown into a private university overseeing 32 study programs. Specifically in the healthcare field, Unimers now has 3 faculties ready to produce quality medical professionals who will contribute to the future progress of the national healthcare sector. Unimers continues to innovate by utilizing technology as a means to support student growth. The evidence of Unimers' vision in recognizing the future challenges of the healthcare industry, which are becoming more complex, can be seen in its pioneering role in establishing several specialized study programs, the first in Eastern Indonesia and even the first in Indonesia. Furthermore, the campus infrastructure is continuously being developed gradually and significantly to support teaching and learning productivity. Various partnership programs with the private sector and the government also enhance the capacity and capabilities of students, particularly in implementing academic knowledge in the real-world work environment and community service. As a result, Unimers graduates will be well prepared for the professional world upon completing their education at the university. Since 2005, as a private higher education institution, it has become a symbol of the progressive movement, showcasing how an institution continues to improve and adapt to various challenges and the needs of the times. Starting as a College of Health Sciences, the university has now grown to encompass various accredited and nationally recognized branches of knowledge, from the fields of teaching and education, informatics, digital business, law faculty, to master's programs. These options are available as strategic choices for prospective students who wish to pursue their studies in higher education, to transform Unimers students into individuals with the passion for growth, competitiveness, sportsmanship, and openness to differences. That is our people. They come from diverse backgrounds, different regions, different cultures, yet united by solidarity and the intention to thrive on this campus. Imagine if your future campus is located in one of the major cities in Indonesia, growing and developing in the beautiful and enchanting land of South Sulawesi, becoming the gateway to Eastern Indonesia with its diverse culture and famous hospitality. Imagine being able to explore the realm of knowledge while exploring every corner of the city, filled with stories, history, creative works, and delicious culinary delights. Now, you have the opportunity to realize your future here. Becoming an intellectual individual who grows with strong moral values. Having a full commitment to benefiting others, for the nation, for Indonesia.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move to the next agenda, which is international seminar today. And the topic is innovations versus challenges, the perspective from multi-phase sectors in facing AI and digital transformation. And the seminar agenda, which will be guided by Mr. Nurtamin SS and Hum as the moderator, who is also as the lecturer in English Education Department at Megarezky University. Time is yours.
Thank you very much for the Master of Ceremony for giving me the chance. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to express my thankfulness for all speakers who come from various countries like Malaysia, Thailand, Timor-Leste, and Indonesia. This is such a great moment for us to have expert speakers here with us. Besides, I would like also to welcome all participants, students, lecturers from various backgrounds who are coming also to this event. Thank you very much for joining us. I, Nurtamin, will be the moderator for this seminar, and I proudly say welcome to the International Seminar of Megarezky University as one of the prestigious agendas in commemorating the 18th anniversary of Megarezky University. The theme of our seminar today is Innovations versus Challenges, the perspectives from multifaceted sectors in facing AI and digital transformation. To begin our event, there will be welcoming greeting from our keynote speaker, namely Mr. Professor Dr. Anwar Ramli, SA MSc. However, before beginning, I would like to give short introduction about our professor. Professor Dr. Anwar Ramli, SA MSc, is now running a position as Director of Megarezky University. Many researches have been made by him, such as, okay, so let me read the researches of our professor. All right. Okay, so the first research that have been made by our professor is that the effect of creativity and innovation on entrepreneurial behavior and its impact on business continuity services, food and beverages in Makassar. The second is the influence of intellectual capital small and medium enterprises toward productivity through managerial skills in Makassar, and the factors affecting buyer interest in Indomaret retail in Maros City. Wow. So we will run out of the time if I read all the researches from our professor. So I only read several of his researches. All right. So his experiences prove his outstanding achievements and contributions in academic field. To make it efficient, I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Anwar Ramli, SA MSc. For our professor, Professor Dr. Anwar Ramli, SA MSc, time is yours.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Best wishes to all of us. The Honorable, the Chairman and Secretary of the Megarezky Islamic Education Foundation, the Honorable, the builder of the Megarezky Islamic Education Foundation, the Honorable, all the speakers. Here are Mariano Asanami Sabino from Thailand, Assistant Professor Dr. Marino Asanami Sabino from Timor-Leste, Assistant Professor Dr. Ichipong Sun Torpit Pipit from Michidol University, Thailand, and Professor Dr. Muhammad Nazil bin Saleh, Universitas College of Mai, International, Malaysia, and Advocate Muhammad Nur Alim Kalbi, SA LLM, Doctor of Candidate, University of Edinburgh, UK. I respect the lecture, student, and all seminar participants who attended online. First of all, I would like to convey my deep gratitude for God who has given us long life and good health so that we can attend the seminar today. Don't forget to send greetings to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the Prophet who brought the teaching of Rahmatan lil Alamin. Dear ladies and gentlemen and all of participants, we all know that progress of science and technology today is very rapid and can make aspect of human life easier. Technological rapid and can make aspect of human life easier. Technological development in the field of robotics is very dynamic and give birth to AI, to AI, artificial intelligence, which has an impact on increasing unemployment progress. In the field of health and medical science is also very rapid. However, types of disease and also emerging, such as COVID-19 with its new version. Likewise, progress in the field of military technology is also extraordinary. Then, advances in information technology and digitalization can also trigger intense competition in various fields, such as the socio-economic sector and even in the field of defense and security. However, it cannot be denied that this progress also has negative effect. It cannot be denied that this progress also has negative effect if it is not responded to wisely. For example, the emergence of cybercrime, the Russian-Ukrainian war, the massacre of Palestinians by Israeli aggressor, and so on. The point is that advances in science and technology are used for the benefit of humanity, not to destroy it. Not to destroy it. Their online seminar participant, on behalf of the Megarezky University academic community, I feel proud and would like to thank all parties involved so that this event can be held. We hope that this activity, this seminar, can increase our knowledge, increase our insight, and increase our experience in facing future conditions which are full of dynamic and uncertainty. Para hadirin sekalian, saya tekankan bahwa pada hari ini kita seminar internasional dan saya sangat salut terhadap kegiatan ini. Oleh karena itu, pada kesempatan ini saya menyampaikan terima kasih kepada seluruh pihak yang terlibat karena seminar ini sangat penting yang mana melatar belakangi bahwa kemajuan ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi hari ini kadang-kadang membawa efek negatif seperti yang kita saksikan pada hari ini. Kemajuan ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologi adalah sangat membantu kehidupan manusia, dapat memudahkan kehidupan manusia, tetapi di satu pihak ada efek negatif. Kemajuan artificial intelligence, kemajuan dalam teknologi robotik itu dapat meningkatkan pengangguran, ya, increase unemployment di satu pihak. Kemajuan ilmu pengetahuan di bidang kedokteran dan kesehatan juga dapat membantu manusia dalam memperoleh kesehatan. Tetapi di satu pihak muncul berbagai penyakit di mana istilah ada COVID-19 dan versi barunya, ada lagi istilah versi barunya. Oleh karena itu, contoh-contoh lain seperti perang, karena kemajuan pengetahuan manusia dapat berpacu untuk membuat senjata. I am sorry, this network problems, masalah jaringan. Saya akhiri, saya kira sebelum saya tutup, saya mengucapkan terima kasih banyak kepada seluruh pihak yang terlibat, ya, atas kegiatan ini sehingga kegiatan ini dapat terlaksana dengan baik. Ya. We hope that this activity dapat meningkatkan, increase our knowledge, insight, and experience di dalam face to future condition yang penuh dengan uncertainty dan dynamic. Saya kira itu. Terima kasih semuanya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everyone.
morning.
Morning, Prof.
Right. Thank you very much for Professor Dr. Anwar Ramli, SAMSC, for the welcoming greeting as the keynote speaker of our international seminar today. Next, I will move to the next speaker. So this is our first speaker. So actually, it should be Mr. Mariano Asanami Sabino. However, because he is also now running not only as Vice Prime Minister, but also now becoming the Prime Minister, and he has like something urgent for the embassy. So we have here already the representative of Mr. Right. I'm so sorry for the technical issue. Let me continue. So, Mr. Nevia Magalhaes is the Chief of Staff and Principal Advisor to the Vice Prime Minister, Coordinating Minister for Social Affairs, and Minister of Rural Development and Community Housing. He was also the Secretary of State for Youth and Labor in the 7th Constitutional Government of Timor-Leste. Mr. Magalhaes obtained his bachelor's degree in Community Development Pacific at Victoria University, Australia. He also holds 3 master's degrees. The first one is Master of Arts in Peace and Development Studies at the University of Limerick, Ireland. The second, Master of Strategic and Defense Studies at the University of Malaya, Malaysia. And the third one is Master of Public Policy, National School of Public Administration, Brazil. Wow, this is such a great achievement for us. And we have already here Mr. Nevio. So, Mr. Nevio, please, time is yours.
Thank you very much, the moderator, the chairman, secretary, lecturers, my colleague speakers, students, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all. I'm participating in this conference, as mentioned by the moderator, that I'm participating in this conference on behalf of His Excellency, the Vice Prime Minister, Coordinating Minister for Social Affairs, and Minister for Rural Development and Community Housing, who unfortunately is unable to attend this important conference due to unforeseen circumstances and also other meetings. As currently, His Excellency is also the acting Prime Minister for Timor-Leste. While his absence is deeply regrettable, I'm honored to convey his thoughts and perspectives on these vital matters that bring us together. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, firstly, I would like to share with you the portfolio of His Excellency the Vice Prime Minister. The Vice Prime Minister, Coordinating Minister for Social Affairs, and Minister for Rural Development and Community Housing assist the Prime Minister in coordinating and supervising the government members responsible for the implementation of policies for socially oriented areas of governance, namely the Ministry of Social Solidarity and Inclusion, the Ministry of National Liberation and Competence Affairs, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Culture, the Ministry of Education, and the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Arts, and as coordinating Minister for Social Affairs is responsible to coordinate the elaboration, implementations, and monitoring of policies defined by the Council of Ministers in the social areas, to coordinate the preparations and organization of the work of the government departments that depends on it, and to monitor and evaluate the work and services delivery of the government members referred to in the previously. Ladies and gentlemen, this topic, this conference topic is very important. Therefore, His Excellency, the Vice Prime Minister, is very supportive of this conference. And he also expressed his congratulations. He asked me to send you all his congratulations to the university for organizing this important conference. Timor-Leste currently is developing its artificial and its digital platform. As Timor-Leste's priority, the Timor-Leste also sees it is very important, especially in an area of technology. Recently, in June 2023, we launched our platform, our 2023 digitalization platform. The aims of this digitalization platform is we aim to have all the service digitalized. And of course, it is to improve delivery of our services, and also to support the delivery of the administrative reform agenda, while at the same time to foster the development of the digital economy and society. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned before, that the education is also part of this coordinating ministry, under this coordinating ministry's supervisions, and also the social affairs. In our ministry, we have also prioritized to develop digitalizations. And, therefore, we have recently established the Directorate for Digitalization. And as mentioned, it is very important for the country. However, we also face some challenges due to internet connectivity, as we have 3 providers here providing the services, but we need to develop the infrastructures. And currently, we also having projects of the internet through to improve our connectivity. And again, on this opportunity, the Vice Prime Minister would like to express the support, and the Vice Prime Minister also has met the Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor of the university, and he was very glad, and he also expressed our commitment to continue working with the university and to support any initiative of Megarezky's of our university. And we are now recently we are aware that Megarezky participated in the expo, Education Expo in Timor-Leste, and we have also informed the the higher education ministry to have good cooperations with the university in particular, and also in general the government of Indonesia. I think that's all that I would like to share with you on behalf of the Vice Prime Minister and the Coordinating Minister for Social Affairs and Minister for World Development and Community Housing. However, I look forward to also participating in discussions or in this conference. Thank you very much. for your attention.
Right. Thank you very much for the sharing from Mr. Nipio Magalhaes. So this is such an inspiring story with us. So hopefully in the near future, Megarezky University can cooperate with Timor-Leste to provide the students to learn and study here in our university. Right, ladies and gentlemen, um, agenda is the play of a video from Megarezky University. So let's watch together.
On this campus, you will experience the exploration of knowledge with diversity as the foundation. You will grow as an intellectual who not only develops academically but also grows with the values of fraternity and humanity. On this campus, you will gain academic experience with a choice of 8 faculties and 32 study programs, supported by modern campus facilities that continue to evolve.
All right, thank you very much. Now let's move to the next agenda, which is the presentation from the next speaker. Please welcome Mr. Professor Dr. Muhammad Nazil bin Saleh, with the topic is the presence and utilization of artificial intelligence and digital advancement on health sector. Right. Okay. So Prof. Nazil is also here with us. But before starting his presentation, I would like to share a brief introduction about Prof. Nazil. Professor Dr. Muhammad Nazil bin Saleh, CSCI, PhD, is a professor in biomedical sciences. He has a PhD in molecular genetics and a master's degree from the University Putra Malaysia and BSc in biomedical science from the Bradford University, UK. He is currently holding position as a Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Internationalization and Interim Dean for Faculty of Health Sciences at University College of MAIWP, International, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. In 2019, he was appointed as an adjunct professor in medical technologies from the Mataram Polytechnic College, Lombok, West Nusa Tenggara, Indonesia, to assist the development of the academic program for the Polytechnic. His achievement has been recognized in biomedical science, whereby he is the first Malaysian credentialed as a chartered scientist by the Science Council UK and fellow members of the Institute of Biomedical Science and Society of Biology. United Kingdom in 2014 and 2015 respectively. All right. Okay, so that is the short, brief introduction about Prof. Nazil. Now, so we'd like to welcome Professor Dr. Muhammad Nazil bin Saleh to give the presentation with us. For Mr. Professor Dr. Muhammad Nazil bin Saleh, time is yours.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning to everyone, especially to our moderator, our Nur Tahamin, for kind introduction about me. Okay, let me share my slide. Do you hear me right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Okay, do you receive my slide?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes.
All right, okay. All right, thank you very much. Okay.
Yes.
First and foremost, I would like to say huge thank you very much to University Rizky for inviting me to share the session. I think it's a very important and significant right now. The title given, the present of the utilization of artificial intelligence, digital advancement on the healthcare sector. So I believe everyone aware what I mean the direction of our healthcare in our, even though in the world and also in the country perhaps. So before I start with my lecture, let us see what I mean the important history regarding the Industrial Revolution. Okay, I think this is a beginning, the way how what I mean the world responded to what I mean the AI come from. So we're talking about the first one. We're talking about the first starting on the introduction of the industrial production equipment driven by water and also the steam power. And then we're talking about the second, what I mean, IR. We're talking about the electrification, whereby the mass production using electric and move forward on the automation on the industrial 3.0 is a very important. Before 4.0, there is another one. We're talking about the 3.5, 1980 globalization. And finally, we're talking about the industrial 4.0, whereby it's a very important on the digitalization. And from this part, I believe we are ready to move on the fifth in the industrial. We're talking about the personalization, whereby it's a very important on the machine and the human involvement in this era. So I think 2020 and above, we're talking about the new era. We're talking about the personalization. All right. So apart of that, I think it's another thing that is a very important when we talking about the in 2019, I believe is a very important, significant in the world, whereby the late former Prime Minister of Japan is Shinzo Abe has been what I mean recognized as Abenomic, whereby they are what I mean introduced is a very important, significant on during the fifth science and technology basic plan as a future what I mean science that Japan should be aspired to, whereby they introduced the society 5.0. So I believe from that it's a very important that we look the way how the what I mean the Japan look what I mean the industry what I mean healthcare is a very important, whereby they address on the Japan facing on the aging. I think it's not only Japan, but I think in other countries also talking about the suffering what I mean people and also increasing the medical and also social security expenses and also demand among the elderly. So from that they propose what I mean is a very important connection talking about the digitalization and look on the what I mean the medical records and then in what I mean exploring on the AI and using a robot as part of the what I mean the integration. So from the Society Fund 5.0, you can see how the significant what I mean the Japan that exploring from IoT, big data, AI, and also towards the robotic to helping people. And we believe from this 5.0, Society 5.0, they are talking about the human-centered society, that the balance between the economic advancement and also the resolution and also social problems by a system that highly integrates cyberspace and also the physical space as well. So from that you can see before this we can see like people queuing from to see appointment with the doctors, for example in dental, medical, like pharmacies. Now we can sit in front of our device, for example like a laptop or telephone, everything, so you can do what I mean is a very quick responded and without what I mean delay in terms of the processing on other things. All right. Apart of that, I think it's a very important that we have to look on the history on the medical technology, whereby the famous, what I mean, actress in Hollywood, the first ever did the what I mean the screening after they found that the mom and also the sister died because of the breast cancer. So what she did, what I mean the Angela Jolie did, they do the genetic screening on the gene that respond to what I mean the breast cancer, and they found the probability that she having breast cancer is very high. Then she do the mastectomy to remove the breast cancer. So I think until now it's a very important that they look on the prediction what I mean on the health. So I think when we're talking about the micro area analysis, people I think in Malaysia or in other country, they are start using this kind of screening to ensure there is no can eliminate any genetic diseases, especially on the cancerous disease. So from that, it's a very important that we look on the during 1960, whereby the first GIS has been introduced, whereby they look on the very important a part of the cartographic is a part of the science and the arts. They using the GIS to recognize from that. From this idea, the scientists start exploring a new thing that they look on the various from the individual, from the type, microbiome, and then they talk about genomics, and finally on the personalized medicine towards the end. That's why it's a very important that we treat the patient or people like one-to-one, not in group exposure anymore. So from that, it's a very important that we have to understand the migration from the previous century to the digital transformation. This is, I think, is a very basic. We're talking about how people sharing the information in cloud, for example, and then look on the driven value, and then improve on great processes, and finally look on the innovation. And I believe in people in the platform right now, majority they have a smartphone, whereby this is a part of the communication between people to the healthcare as well. So from that, I believe I think sometimes it's a blessing of the COVID-19 started 2020 during the pandemic, whereby I think in Indonesia you're talking about the Peduli Lindungi, whereby we can tracing and also localize the information regarding people having have the COVID, and also to look the demographic in terms of the disease as well. So from that, I think it's a very important that the linkages between the device and also the technology, digitalization, and also the latest device need to integrate to assist to assist the nation. So from that we can see the importance of the AI. We can say is about 5 elements. It's a very important on that, whereby you can see from here like the important on this element, whereby they're talking about the technology, they're talking about the patient, they're talking about the environmental, they're talking about the physician, and also they're talking about the biomedical companies, whereby this is a very important integration to make it this happen. And from that they are responsible to the stakeholder as well. So from that, you can see there is the types, the AI. From here is a very important that the linkages from, we're talking about the machine learning, we're talking about the NLP processes, we're talking about vision, speech, and also robotics. There is all the integrated to make it the innovation on that. So from that, you can see the timelines, the innovation of the AI, whereby has been approved in 2018, whereby the first, the FDA talking about the device containing the AI. So from that, you can see a lot, the changes, especially the innovation, for example, like Apple's, okay, the integration with the health, and also the others, the big giant company involved in this era. So from that, it's very important on the medical that we look on the transition of the AI in the healthcare. You can see it's a very important like precision medicine. I think everyone aware that nowadays like patient see a doctor like one-to-one treatment. It's not like a group or symptom based or other diseases symptom based. It's a more on the one-to-one treatment, because I believe everyone have a different metabolism and they need to treat differently. And we're talking about the responsible science data algorithm, causal AI, and also finally on the product development as well is also very important. So from that, the role of the AI in the medical healthcare can be divided into 9. You can see from the accurate in terms of the diagnosis, especially on the cancer. We're talking about the customer chatbots. It's a very important that they can communicate. So nowadays we have like doctor on calls. They can using the platform or device or grab something like that. They can communicate with the patient if the patient need the advice on the medical things. And another thing, we're talking about the virtual health assistant. Nowadays widely used in a modernized country. We're talking about the treatment of the rare diseases. Where is the next sequencing the NGS play the role on the treatment of the rare diseases. We're talking about the management of the medical record is paperless. Okay, you can see a lot of the the medical record using the logarithm, and also paperless, no more on the paper in the wards, for example. And then we can also see the robots assist in surgery. You can reduce the time and more accurate, and also the automated imaging disease, fraud detection, and also improve healthcare assist as well. So from that, the artificial intelligence also as a part of the services. So you can see from here a lot of the involvement on the AI benefit to us. For example, we're talking about the drug makers, we're talking about the GRO laboratories, we're talking about the researchers, we're talking about the physician, we're talking about the patient. Everything's integrated, and the AI will be helping in terms of the integration what the people need right now. So from that, you can see people talking about the three important elements: the social, environmental impact. We talk about the factor causes of the chronic diseases, and we talk about the typical chronic diseases as well. This is all the integration, the way how the people integrate and detecting the chronic diseases, from time to time. So from that, it's a very important that I mentioned from the society 5.0, the linkages and the importance of the health, IoT, and also the human-centered. Because it's, I believe, using this kind of the platform, people, the machine can help the people, whereby they can accelerate the process, and also can help the patient on the good benefit as well. So from that, you can see it's a very important. At beginning, we're talking about the software libraries, whereby you can see the initial people look on the machine learning, and also the integration by others resources based on the analytical and also the bioinformatics, and towards the the big data analysis as well. So from that, you can see a lot of the IoT right now available in the market. So like people using a lot of device in terms of, look on the helping on tracing the any diseases. So I believe you all aware about this kind of involvement of the human body sensor towards the innovation. So from that, I think another thing is very important. Now this we're talking about from 3G, 4G, now we're talking about the 5G, the innovation, and also the digitalization, whereby to accelerate and also to give a good communication in terms of the the innovation and the monitoring of the device as well. So from that, you can see like the healthcare monitoring. So you can see a lot of things people can look benefit on it. First, we're talking about the health cyber physical system, whereby you can see like people with the stroke, they're using a robotic can helping in terms of neuron movement. So they're using this kind of technology to helping, and also to make it well-being care of the human at the end of the day. So from that, you can see the others physical exercise promotion. I think you can tracing on the a lot things, for example, in terms of your health, in terms of your status of the healthcare, and also the other things related and supposed to do if anything difficulty time to time. So from that, I believe all the information will be need to shared by the cloud, information as a robotics. And I believe everyone aware that the cloud will be store all the information and will be shared, to industry needs to improvement in terms of the device and also the others healthcare system right now. So from that, I believe you can see like how the trigger, like the patient and physician, and then what kind of the testing come out on the data platforms, and then they look on the AI, and finally they give the best solution, and also to look the best in terms of reporting, and also the advice of the next stage of any stages of the patient, involved on the patient management. So from that, we can classify four types of the AI. We're talking about the reactive, we're talking about the theory of the mind, we're talking about the limited memory, and also the self aware as well. This is is a very important that we link the human link intelligence and also the self-awareness as well. So from that, the impact of the AI, I believe there is about altogether is about 6. We talk about the self-care, prevention, and also the wellness. we're talking about the trick and also the disease. Diagnosis is very important. Diagnosis, and then we're talking about the clinical decision to support and care delivery, and finally to look on the strengthen of the the chronic care of the management. And from that, we can see the AI also have the limitation. So you can see I listed is about five. The limitation of the AI. We're talking about the logarithm. Sometimes it's not suitable to use in the clinical patient. And also we're talking about the one clinic data cannot be used by other clinic because sometimes they have a different protocol and also device as well. And then we're talking about the third, the inadequate and also the infrastructure, because some center have a different equipment and also a different application. So sometimes it's very difficult to integrate. And then we're talking about the data segmented also raise the issue on the inaccessibility across within the enterprise. And finally, we're talking about the bias and also possible to share sort of the data. So from now, you can see a lot of digitalization and also the innovation has been implemented in the world. So you can see a lot of the signal, integration between one to another, and finally to helping the well-being, human time to time. Before I end my presentation, I would like to share with you is a very important history on our future of the health direction.
This is Maria and her partner, Ruben. Before their day even starts, they are providing a detailed snapshot of their health and wellness to their network.
With that, I end my presentation and thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much from Nazil for the extraordinary presentation with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will open Q&A, question and answer session at the end of our meeting for today. So, jadi sesi tanya dan jawab akan dibuka setelah semua speakers mempresentasikan materinya. So, silakan dicatat terlebih dahulu terkait dengan pertanyaan yang ingin ditanyakan kepada narasumber kita hari ini. Right. Thank you very much once again for Professor Nazil. Now I will move to the next speaker for today. So
Thank you.
we have Assistant Professor Dr. Pichitpong Suntornpipit from Thailand. Okay. And the topic of his presentation will be the rise of digital advancement in health technology. Ya, jadi topik dari presentasi beliau yaitu tentang kemajuan digital dalam teknologi kesehatan. But before that, let me read his profile first. So, Dr. Pichitpong Suntornpipit is Assistant Professor and Deputy Dean of Faculty of Public Health, Mahidol University, Thailand. Dr. Pichitpong received a PhD in Electrical Engineering from University of Utah, USA. He has many years of experience of telecommunication, wireless communication, electromagnetic data analytics, health data structure, and healthcare technology in research laboratories, the commercial industry, and universities. He specialized in implanted medical technology, such as cardiac pacemaker. Currently, his research focuses on applying machine learning and information technology into healthcare services, such as screening and monitoring applications to prevent violence against children, a project funded by UNICEF Thailand and MOPH. As Deputy Dean, he is responsible for the quality assurance in education and in the integration of information system to ensure quality and efficiency in front of the back office. Yes, that is the brief introduction of Assistant Professor Dr. Pichitpong. So, to make it more efficient, please welcome Assistant Professor Dr. Pichitpong Suntornpipit to present his material. For Assistant Professor Dr. Pichitpong, time is yours.
Okay, terima kasih. Thank you very much, Chair, and selamat pagi. Good morning, everyone. Can I share the slide? Honorable guests, honorable speaker, and executive board of this meeting. Thank you very much for introducing me. And I would like to share my slide, though, if you kindly let me share.
Yes, please wait a moment, bro.
Okay. Okay, I think you see my slide in clear, right? Oh, it's not full screen. It should be full screen, right? Or it's not full screen yet? Okay. So, like I said, my topic is the rise of digital advancement in health technology. And I would love to show you the case study, which is the project we working with UNICEF Thailand and Ministry of Public Health. We try to create a surveillance system, proactive, not just waiting for the child to get abused and show up in the hospital. And this is one of the very success story that UNICEF praise us a lot. And like the Professor Asil showed that with this era, there are many gadgets or technology that apply to health sector. Wearable device where you can measure your blood pressure, your vital sign, EKG, EEG, and many things. Robotic, IoT, augmented reality that basically not just only help in terms of clinical, but also help in terms of education. Many class using AR, VR, and MR for teaching the student, especially for doing with, with the smart suit, where you can have a lot of sensor and you can get like a resistant bag. Imagine the doctor try to cut open the patient body. If they do using telemedicine, they will not feel anything. But with the smart suit, the probe that have a resistance created, they can feel a resistance back when they cut through. So the technology going very fast. And the key is like Professor, the previous speaker said, is a digital form, electronic file that can use for analysis and can use for the feedback. And the most important is how you can exchange the data. You need to have the same structure, same standard, and everything. I can go to this real quick. And there are many technologies that apply. So the trend for healthcare change. We have WebMD that can get a lot of data. The Generation C and Generation Millennium, they change their perspective toward the doctor and healthcare sector. We have AI, Ping An, Good Doctor, and many other platforms, a big platform, medical platform that can contain AI. They can do chatbot, decision support system, and many, many things. Instead of going to the doctors face to face, they can talk with doctor online, get prescribed, and then go to the vendor, the booth like that, to order the medicine. And then, like he said, the drone pick up the medicine and drop off at their house. So now the technology change, behavior change, and everything change. We all agree that in order to lower the expenditure, health expenditure and budget, we should not wait for patients to get sick and until they become the terminal care process. We should do these things instead: prevention, promotion, protection. The state that they're still healthy, we have to invest a lot in order to keep them stay healthy. And this is a trend nowadays. In Thai, we also do the same thing. Instead of we do primary prevention, my project go beyond that. We do primordial prevention. Instead of we do AI in order to find a list, we all know this, right? Sodium, sugar, behavior, whatever it is. So now we go beyond that. We try to use AI to determine personal information, and then the chance of the list. So we can identify the risk factor and prevent that risk factor for disease. So this is a step beyond. And with the help of AI, we can do that. So we need to treat and care for the patient to their best ability and given limited time and resource. So in order to do that, we have to do primordial prevention. We all know that sometimes it will against ethical, because if you want to do personalized medicine, you need to get enough personal information legally or illegally. Nowadays, I believe you use Facebook, X, any platform, even Microsoft, they all secretly record our conversation somehow. You make surprise that you just talk with your friend regarding summer vacation, go to Hawaii, go to any places, and then your Facebook, they already feed your information. Hey, if you want to go to this Hawaii, you need to go this. So they all illegally and legally, secretly collect your information to do personalized medicine and many other things. And we want to have the best outcome for patient in terms of healthcare. So I believe you all see this picture, equity and equity. In reality, it's like this. So in order to break through the barrier, the IT or telemedicine and everything is try to do liberty like this. So instead we have a fence, we use technology to break through. We can access the people in the countryside, the border or faraway zone, and they can access to healthcare easier, faster, better. And this is what we did during COVID-19, wave 1, second wave, first wave. We cooperate with the regional aid for Ministry of Health. We have partnered with UNICEF Thailand and also Parenting for Lifelong Health, UK Oxford, and Primilo from WHO. We create a program called Child Shield. And why we doing that? We want to have a surveillance system, I say proactive surveillance system that can use data from hospital and screen it using machine learning and adaptive statistical analytics. And this Child Shield will help monitoring group of the children, determine the least group, and let the parenting have happiness for teaching their parents of guidance. And then we manage the victim group using Primero. We use digital image processing to do the bone scan in order to determine their age and verify many things. Why we doing that? Sorry. Because based on the report, it show that there are many cases that fail to come to the hospital or get the better guidance. They show just only 9,000 children to treat in the hospital, where based on the national survey, it should be allowed 500 million or 500,000. So there are a lot more cases that under the report or unreported. Why we try to help children seriously? Because they are ACE, adverse childhood experience. If the children get that malbehavior, they will basically likely to expose to many bad things. So we try to do everything from paper-based to electronic-based. And because of the COVID-19, we need to redesign the platform for the new normal. And everything needs to be basically GDPR, the consent form from European Informed Consent and Personal Data Protection Act from Thailand. Everything needs to comply with that. It has to be proactive enough to not become burden for the healthcare worker. And why is that I'm going to show you? We deploy the test, the model on the northeastern region. It consists of 7 provinces. The total population is 5.5 million. With the children under 18 is 1.05 million. We have 88 hospitals, 2 regional, 8 general, and 78 community hospital. Out of 1.05 million, we have social worker only 23. The less than 400 are basically nurse, not specialists in the mental health too. So we have very few social worker and nurse compared to the whole population. So basically we passive, we wait until the child get abused and come to the hospital. So we don't want to do that. We create the machine learning, we create a system that can basically screen it to find the list of the child. And then we divide into low, medium, and high list. And then the child already get abused or get violence. And we use the machine learning to find the accuracy of the model. And we send the child that get medium, low, and high list to the PLH program, so they can educate their parents to make their behavior better. However, if we fail and the kid get abused, so we send to the Primero program. That is another case management for victim. So this is our conceptual framework. We grouping the kid, classify into 3 different groups: normal, list, and list also have low, medium, and high, and victim. We have intervention for each state. For this, we try to do prevention, and we have application platform to monitoring their activity seriously. So we try to put the list group back to normal by educate their parents change the behavior of the kids. However, if we fail, then we will have another program that I say you PLH and the Primero to take care of it. We try to avoid the justice system because it's second most dictatorship system. It become, I believe, the trauma in the children. So we try to avoid kids getting abusive and go to the justice system. And it has to be, like I said, GDPR ready because you deal with the minor. It's a lot of data that should be classified ethically. That's the problem. There are 71 parameters that we play with using the machine learning. And the original confusion metric is quite bad, even though it's very accurate, but it failed to predict the case. So because there are overlap between the normal kid and abusive kid, the way we discipline in Thai, I believe same as in many Southeast Asian countries, we discipline by physical and some verbal, which consider somehow not properly for US and European people. So the model is good after we do a lot of adjustment for machine learning, but it quite overfitting. It yield very high accuracy, but it's overfitting. So we try to prune the tree and we get the final result, which is acceptable. The accuracy is dropped down to 70%. And we have to scale. One is for chance of the kid to get violence, and the other one is the level of violence. And this is the factors. And then we do, as I said, this is during COVID-19. The program for the POH parenting for lifelong health, they do concentrately face-to-face on-site 8 section. Each section is like a 6 hour. So during COVID-19, it's impossible to do that. So we change to the digital platform. This is activity before COVID. As you can see, it intensive activity face-to-face with a lot of parents and the facilitator. And it's impossible to do during COVID. So we change into digital platform. Of course, the efficiency drop down. It will not be as effective as do face-to-face. But we try to do a lot of knowledge management. We try to do a lot of case study and so on. So we try to make up for the missing part that require face-to-face, and it's successful. Even though it's not as good as doing face-to-face, the online platform can provide very success story if you push a lot of content and detail into it. And we do, like I say, instead of waiting for the kid to show up at the hospital, we use a lot of GIS. We point to the household of the kid that have a medium and high risk. So instead of the social worker to blindly go find the kid, they can selective, or this kid is in high risk, so they can go and do their process a lot faster and better. And this is a GIS to show that and long and the level. And then we compare with the real result. We have machine learning that classify the list of the kid, and we have the result from facilitator. They have a lot of questionnaire asked, not just only for the behavior, but also for environment factor. How many meals they have a day? Did they have enough food to eat each meal and everything? And the result is pretty good. As I told you, the model accuracy is around 75%. There are many uncertainty things that cannot push the model to have higher accuracy than this. But the overall, if you see the confidential interval, it's a lot better and it's still within 95% CI. And the outcome is really positive. So the behavior of the kid, the child behavior, the parent behavior, the behavior problem, the positive parenting, and with everything becomes positive. So there are only one negative side because it is new style. The normal social worker, they tend to do the conventional and traditional face-to-face, and same as the parents. So when they do online, the performance drop down, and they need to, they can lose concentration, lose track a lot easier compared to face-to-face in the group meeting. So this is a success story through the partnership. And the lesson learned so far is digital training can be done, especially for the even during COVID-19. And Thai is basically one of the first state based on UNICEF claim with the help of Chai and EPH, it's better lesson learned. And we try to do mix and match group for the parents so the outcome can be better. So the future is we try to get more data, not just only Ministry of Health, but Ministry of Education, Ministry of Interior, and other ministry. So we can get better information regarding the kid and the accuracy will be higher. However, like I said, the security and ethical is seriously involved, and we need to have increased more coverage. And this is special thanks to the teams and also Ministry of Public Health for allow us and also supervise us. So this is all my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the nice presentation from Assistant Professor Dr. Pichit Pong. So it has been explained about the rise of digital advancement in health technology. So ladies and gentlemen, Bapak Ibu sekalian, Bapak Pichit Pong telah menyampaikan presentasi atau materi tentang kemajuan digital atau kemajuan teknologi dalam aspek teknologi kesehatan. Ya, bagi Bapak Ibu yang ingin memberikan pertanyaan, silakan ditulis atau dibuat terlebih dahulu. Nanti kami akan membuka sesi tanya jawab atau Q&A session setelah semua speaker memberikan atau mempresentasikan materinya. Before moving to our next speaker, there will be the play of video from Megarezky University.
Kita adalah beragam cerita yang punya impian. Kita adalah berjuta kalimat yang siap bercerita. Kita adalah kemajuan yang tidak akan pernah mundur. Kita adalah jiwa yang ingin terus berkembang. Dan kita adalah keberagaman yang siap memimpin. Perbedaan bukanlah alasan untuk tidak bersinergi. Kita adalah beragam cerita yang punya impian. Kita adalah berjuta kalimat yang siap bercerita. Kita adalah kemajuan yang tidak akan pernah mundur. Kita adalah jiwa yang ingin terus berkembang. Dan kita adalah keberagaman yang siap memimpin. Perbedaan bukanlah alasan untuk tidak bersinergi. Karena masa depan butuh banyak perubahan. Di Universitas Megarezky, setiap perbedaan itu berarti. Di Universitas Megarezky, setiap perbedaan membawa perubahan.
Thank you very much. Now we will move to the last speaker of our international seminar for today. So we will have, this is one of the salah satu yang tidak asing bagi kita semua, bagi Sivitas Akademika Megarezky University. We have in the fourth speaker, Bapak Advocate Muhammad Nur Alim Kalbi, SHLLM, and the topic of his presentation will be the law perspectives and responses towards artificial intelligence and digital transformation. Jadi topik yang akan dibahas oleh Bapak Muhammad Nur Alim Kalbi terkait dengan bagaimana perspektif dan respon hukum terkait kecerdasan buatan dan transformasi digital. But before that, let me read the short introduction or short profile of Bapak Muhammad Nur Alim Kalbi. So, Muhammad Nur Alim Kalbi completed his bachelor's degree in Tarumanegara University with the major of law. And after that, he continued his master's degree in the Queen's University of Belfast, International Business Law. And now he is the doctor candidate of the University of Edinburgh, United Kingdom. For his working and organizational experiences, the first, he is the vice head of Megarezky Makassar Islamic Foundation. The second is he is the founder of Abigail Preschool. He's also the founder of socialexpress.com, the founder of PT Medivka, and he is also the part of law division in Indonesian Students Association atau Perhimpunan Pelajar Indonesia di United Kingdom. Baik, Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bapak Advocate Muhammad Nur Alim Kalbi SHLLM to give his presentation. For Bapak Muhammad Kalbi, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the very nice introduction. And good morning for everyone. Even though we are having 8 hours difference, so I hope I can still continue until the end because this is the very first time in this year I sleep this late. Okay, so I will share the screen. Okay, so before I begin, I'd like to express my gratitude for this opportunity. I really appreciate the coordinator and also the initiator for this such an insightful event. I should admit that I learned a lot from this event, especially the perspective of health sector in digital transformation, which is very new for me. Okay, so before we discuss further about law perspective about digital transformation, it is quite important to be on the same page about what is digital transformation. So I believe that you are quite familiar with these icons and symbols on the screen. Maybe some of you already use the service, but digital transformation isn't just about digital platforms. So it's broader than that. According to definition from Stolterman and Force, digital transformation indicates a set of technological, cultural, organizational, social, creative, and managerial changes associated with digital technology application in all aspects of human society. So, if we, according to the definition, we can have 4 elements of digital transformation. First, it's absolutely digital technology integration, because digital technology integration play a crucial role in digital transformation as it process of incorporating digital technologies into all areas of business and organization to fundamentally change how it operates and deliver value to the customers. And second, it's cultural change. So if we talk about cultural change in digital transformation, we are basically looking at how the whole thinking and attitude of the society shift. It's about shifting of what we value, how we behave, how we do things. For instance, when we are seeking information, so because this is the previous speakers talking about health, so I'm gonna try to level in giving health examples. So for instance, when we are seeking information about symptoms that we have, like when you have a headache and swollen glands and fever at the same times, for example, what the very first thing you do when you have symptoms like a headache or swollen glands and fever at the same time? What the very first thing you do? Are you going to the library, or are you going to ask your neighbor about that, or are you going to open your browser and open your search engine and ask Google about your symptoms? That's the very thing, the very first thing that most of you maybe do when you have symptoms. So see, that's how digital integration changed the culture, changed the behavior of the society. And the third element might be data driven. So we have digital technology integration, and behind this technology, there is like a big data analytics and business intelligence tools that allow organization to collect, analyze, and leverage data. And it results in more informed decision making, better understanding of customer behavior, and it allows the companies to improve their business strategies. So imagine they got these tech tools like big data analytics and artificial intelligence. What they do is really sophisticated because it lets the organization to gather up heaps of data, make sense of it, process it, and then use it for their advantage. So it's like having a superpower for decision making. They will really get to know and understand what the customers are up to, what the customers want, and how they behave. And with all this information, it's like having a crystal ball. If you haven't seen the movies Harry Potter, it's like having a crystal ball that allows them to see the bigger picture and plan things way better. So all these three elements that fuel what today we call as online platforms or digital platforms. So we call it a platform because what they do is really like a train platform. So they don't provide products to us. They don't sell a product directly to us. What they do is facilitating our needs, and bring us to our intended destination. So it doesn't give you the product that you want, but it gives you a right to the product that you might want. So it collects our data, process the data, predicting our shopping behavior, and giving recommendation which product we should buy.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
The slide presentation is not.
Oh, sorry, it's paused. Okay,
sorry.
I forgot to. Just a second. Did it change?
Not yet, sir. It's still just the same.
It's still on the first page?
I think it's like there is no any writing at all, sir. It's just like blank.
All right. Okay, how about now?
Yes, that's.
You can see?
Now, yes, yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. So sorry for the technological error. So, before you're talking about the elements of digital transformation, so I'm talking about these 4 elements. So it's digital technology integration, cultural change, data-driven, and online platforms. So the reason global pandemic outbreak, for instance, digital transformation has developed a remarkable resilience to the crisis. The OECD found that during the recent COVID-19 pandemic, many countries have increased their internet traffic by over 60%, and it demanded many businesses, especially SMEs or small and medium enterprises, to move their operation to online platforms and increasing the use of digital platforms by 70%. And there's also a graph here that shows that between 2017 and 2022, the number of people shopping online increased from an estimated 1.6 billion to 2.3 billion people. So it shows how this pandemic actually bring a dramatic impact to the increasing number of people shopping online. And it brings all the tech firms to become and dominating the top 10 list as a largest market, as a firm with largest market capitalization. So we see here in 1995, most of the companies are probably electric companies, and also there is a car company and also a cigarette company. But in 2010, one of the tech firms already overtaking as a largest capitalization, which is Apple and Microsoft. And in 2018, 5 of 10 of this list are dominated by big tech firms. So it shows how these big tech firms evolving to a giant and larger than they used to be. So many legal scholars, especially competition lawyers and legal scholars that in the data protection, that concerning about data protection issues, they're at least concluded that there are at least 4 competition and fair trade issues. First, it's about the companies that leveraging data. So sorry. So the ability of leveraging data, what it means, that in the context of digital platform is that basically the sorry, can someone mute this? Okay. Okay, perfect. So first, the ability to leverage data or leveraging data. What it means to leveraging data in the context of digital platform is that basically like making the most out of the information of these platforms collect. So digital platforms, think of social media or online shopping, streaming services, and so on, gather a ton of data about their users, what they like, what they buy, what they watch, even how they do it. And the second issue is self-preferencing. This might be not very familiar to most of you because this is really a new things in competition studies. So imagine you are running a digital platform like online marketplace or a search engine. Self-preferencing is when you give your own products or services a little extra boost over their competitor. So it's like you are playing both referee and player in the game. So you're a big online marketplace and you have also have your own brand of products. If you're self-preferencing, you might list your products higher up in the search result or give them more prominent placement on your site, even if they aren't necessarily the best choice for the customer. So it's like putting your products in the spotlight and kind of nudging others into the shadow. So the third issue in competition and fair trade is that predatory pricing. So let's put it simply. Imagine if you're the owner of e-commerce, you have large and giant amount users in Indonesia, for example, that using your service. So you know what they like, what they buy, what they watch. You know their preferences. In this case, you see there is a product that is bought by many people, a soft, squishy pillow, for instance, and it's a big hit. So many users bought this product. With your big money, you can easily get connection to the factory that produce this pillow and cut the distribution chains. So you can sell this pillow far below the market price. The idea here is to undercut other sellers on your platform because your prices are so low, customers are likely to flock to your products. So other sellers just can't compete with these rock bottom prices, of course. And when these digital platforms conduct all these three practices, they will be the last one or the last man standing. So they become a big data monopolist because they already have mass amount of data, have a big network effects, bargain from the users. This will increase other new competitor to compete the barriers to entry. And it will more difficult to compete with this big tech giant because they already have this capital, not just a market capital, but they have data as a capital. So I will show you the case that involved with all this issue. So, okay, so in 2017, the EU or the European Union wins 2.5 billion over Google Shopping case. So what's about Google Shopping case? So this was a big deal in the world of competition law because the European Commission, which is like a watchdog for fair play in the EU market, so accused Google of playing unfairly with its shopping service. So the issue was that Google, being this huge search engine, was allegedly pushing its own shopping service to the top of search results. So this made it hard for other online shopping service to compete, because let's face it, who scroll past the first search result, right? So you when you search something in Google, you might be stopped on the first page. You won't be going more than 2 pages at least, right? So the European Commission said that this was a no-no, because it's Google who has this power, and Google is currently dominating, or a big dominant position in search engine market. So it's like the only player in search engine industry. So who can mention any other player or any other search engine other than Google? Probably like 95% in the world using Google right now. So the European Commission said this is unfair business practice. So they were talking about €1 billion here. So this is like one of the largest fine in the EU Commission case. So this case was a big deal because it showed how digital giants could potentially use their dominance in one area, like search engine, to gain an edge in another field of their business, like online shopping. So it's like a wake-up call on the importance of fair competition in digital world, especially with this tech giant round. And another case. So before we are talking about self-preferencing, so the Italian competition authority also fined Amazon. So Amazon is like the biggest e-commerce in the world right now. So if you are familiar with the name Jeff Bezos, so they are the owner of the Amazon. It's not operated in Indonesia, but Amazon dominated EU and the US market. So this platform is quite giant tech firm. So what's going on in Amazon Marketplace? Amazon isn't just marketplace where other sellers list their stuff. They also sell their own products, right? So the issue that regulators were concerned about was that Amazon may be used its massive amount of data and its powerful position to give its own product an unfair advantage over other sellers on its platform. So it was suspected that the Amazon could be using data about what's selling well on their platform, because of course Amazon can access the history of transaction. So Amazon, either by making similar products or by promoting them more heavily. So this could mean placing its own product higher up, like I was talking before, in the search result, and give them more prominent display spot on the site. So like I was said before, that imagine you are being a referee and both also as a player. So it will give you an advantage over making a decision and any other thing. Okay, and then we are talking about regulation concerning competition and fair trade in Indonesia. So actually, there are already existing regulation about competition and fair trade in Indonesia. However, there are some challenges in applying this regulation to digital platforms due to its limitation and scope, because as we see here, the law number 5 of 1999 is, it's far behind the digital transformation. So there are some challenges to applying this regulation to current digital transformation. But in 2023, precisely on September, the government enacted new regulation regarding digital computation. So if you are familiar with the TikTok shopping case, so this is the response of Indonesian government of the challenges and issues raising in digital markets. So the key points of this regulation are prohibition on interconnection and data transfer to third party. So all digital platforms are not allowed to transfer their data that they already collected into another platform. So we are going to talk about data protection after this. So prohibition on predatory pricing. So it's also prohibited on this regulation, and prohibition on integrated and multi-sided platforms. So if you're talking about Amazon case, it is more than just a self-preferencing. It's also, they're also engaging in what the competition lawyer called as a multi-sided platform. So they work in two sides. One as in the side of a marketplace, as a marketplace provider, and the other side as a producer of products. Okay. So we're talking about the data protection issues. So I take, at least there are two big issues in this field. So first is data mishandling, and the second is data leak. So the difference is quite simple. So data mishandling is conducted intentionally by digital platforms, but it is considered to harm consumer privacy, where data leak is when the data is leaked by third party. This can be by cyber attack or any other else. But the difference is the first one, it is intentionally conducted by digital platforms. And the second one, it is by third party, either by hacker or some other else. Okay, so I'm going to show you the case that involving these two issues. So Facebook, the first case is Facebook, which is quite prominent case. So Facebook owner fined 1.2 billion euro for mishandling data. So what Facebook case is considered data mishandling, because Facebook intentionally transferred the user's data to their storage in the US, which is need an authorization of Data Protection Commission. So the Facebook just store our data. It could be the data from EU users and also Indonesian users to their data storage in the US. Imagine our data stored in the US, which can be many things, which can be a privacy, which can be a secrecy, without our consent, of course. So the second case, WhatsApp, still in the same company, in the same corporation as Facebook. WhatsApp issued second largest GDPR fine of 225 million euros. So what's the case in WhatsApp? This is the case where WhatsApp leveraging data from our conversation in their app to be used to targeted apps, targeted advertising. So when we are chatting, when you are chatting with your friends, your conversation recorded and converted and processed into targeted advertising. So when you're chatting with your friends, like you are discussing about fancy dress or new dress, and you are about to buy a new dress, And then when you open another meta services like Instagram or Facebook, they will show you advertising about a dress. And they did it without our consent. So I will show you the case in Indonesia. So there are a lot of data breach or data leaks in Indonesia from 2019 until 2021. So there are a lot of data leaks in Indonesia. It involves our social and health security provider, BPJS. It involves e-commerce system like Tokopedia, Bineka.com. And what is ironic from the data leaks in Indonesia was there are no single sanction for the digital platforms, even for the social security and health provider. There are no sanction. They cannot protect our data from cyber attack, and they got no sanction for that, which is quite ironic. And why is that? Because before we don't have a regulation concerning data protection. Now we have, but it is not enforced until 2024, which is this year. So the regulation actually enacted on 2022, but it is not efficiency. It's not enforced until 2 years after the enactment. So we also have the regulation or the law number 8 of 2008, along with the law number 19 of 2016 concerning information and electronic transaction. But the law number 5, they only enforce to the data leaker. So they cannot give sanction to the data controller, which is now regulated under this new regulation under law number 27 of 2022. So here are some future recommendations regarding competition law and digital data protection. So the first one is private enforcement in both competition law and data protection law. So why I consider private enforcement is important, because it can also supplementing public enforcement. We see that there are limited resources of public authorities, which private enforcement can help to cover more ground in detecting and addressing anti-competitive practice, as well as digital data leaks. And also, private enforcement can be complementing the effort of public authorities. And what more important than private enforcement is a clear litigation procedure for this private litigation. So in both fields, either competition law or digital data protection, private enforcement empowers individual and business activity to actively defend their rights and interests. And it also helps in maintaining a fair and lawful market and digital environment. So the effectiveness and prevalence of private enforcement depend on the legal frameworks and cultural attitude toward litigation, which is why enhancing legal expertise in this field of digital markets and competition and data protection is very important. So a strong legal framework without adequate expertise, I can say it's less than nothing. Because how someone could enforce this legal framework when they have no expertise, when they have no knowledge in this area, which is why I also recommend to enhance this legal expertise in this field of digital markets and data protection. So after all, as we navigate the complexity of digital economy, let us remember that the heart of competition law and data protection lies in the principle of fairness, fairness to consumers, to businesses, and to integrity of data. Without this fairness principle, we as consumers are no more than a collection of data that are freely used and exploited for the corporate profit. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening and for your participation.
Thank you very much for Bapak Muhammad Kalbi for the great presentation. And we would also like to express our highest appreciation for Bapak Muhammad Kalbi for his time. So we know that it is now almost 3 a.m. in the United Kingdom. Yeah, so this is actually the time for taking rest, but Bapak Muhammad Kalbi still can share his time for us to share his knowledge. Right. Thank you very much, Bapak Muhammad Kalbi. So, ladies and gentlemen, ya kita ucapkan apresiasi setinggi-tingginya kepada Bapak Muhammad Kalbi karena saat ini jam di waktu Inggris menunjukkan hampir jam 3 dini hari. So, apresiasi yang setinggi-tingginya for Bapak Muhammad Kalbi. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the presentation from all our speakers for today. And now let's move to the Q&A or question and answer sessions. Jadi saya akan membuka sesi tanya jawab. So for ladies and gentlemen, untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian yang ingin mengajukan pertanyaan, dipersilakan. Pertanyaannya boleh dalam bahasa Indonesia, kemudian ditanyakan kepada narasumber siapa, nanti kami akan fasilitasi untuk penerjemahannya. Baik, ya. Baik, silakan Bapak Ibu. Please, if you have any questions, jika ada yang memiliki pertanyaan kepada speakers kita hari ini.
Ya, permisi Kak.
Baik, ya, silakan.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kenalkan saya Muhammad Akbar Maulana dari Prodi S2 Administrasi Rumah Sakit.
Oke. Ya, silakan.
Untuk bicara dari pembicara bisa menjawab. Innovation versus challenge itu membahas tadi saya dengar itu membahas era digitalisasi. Nah, bagaimana sih tantangan di dunia kesehatan dalam era digitalisasi Kak? Kan tadi kan ada saya sempat lihat tuh dari Malaysia, dia kan industri 4.0. Sedangkan sekarang kita kan akan menghadapi industri era digitalisasi 5.0 Kak. Bagaimana apa saja tantangan yang akan dihadapi oleh dunia kesehatan untuk menghadapi digitalisasi industri 5.0 Kak. Mungkin itu saja Kak.
Ya, baik. Ini pertanyaannya untuk ke narasumber siapa?
Mungkin dari Malaysia Kak, itu Prof. Muhammad Nasir. Ya, siap.
Baik. Thank you very much for Muhammad Akbar Maulana. Ya, baik. Sambil menunggu penanya yang lain, saya akan langsung berikan kesempatan kepada Bapak Prof. Nazil. I would like to invite Mr. Professor Nazil to answer the question from one of our participants. So the question is from Muhammad Akbar Maulana, and he is asking about what are the challenges of digital era 5.0 in health sector. For Mr. Professor Nazil, time is yours. Yeah, I'm so sorry because I think that Mr. Professor Nazil is out of the Zoom meeting because he has another agenda. So I will move this question to Mr. Wichitpong from Mahidol University, Thailand, to answer one of the questions of our participants. So for Mr. Wichitpong, the question is, what are the challenges of digital era 5.0 in health sector? Yeah, so Mr. Pichitpong, are you still here with us?
Yes. Can you ask the question again? Sorry for that.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes. Please, Mr. Pichitpong.
Oh, can you ask the question again? I didn't get very.
Yeah. So the question is from Muhammad Akbar Maulana, and he is asking, his question is, what are the challenges of digital era 5.0 in health sector? Yeah, that's it, Mr. Pichitpong.
I didn't quite hear. Sorry, the combination here is not that good. Can you repeat again? So sorry for that.
Yeah, so the question is, what are the challenges of digital era 5.0 in health sector?
Okay, thank you for the question. It's quite important to know that you need to have digital data. And it must be exchangeable. When I say exchangeable, it needs to map together and be able to exchange to different organizations. We talk about IoT where the machine can talk to each other. But if the data is different in terms of structure, format, and standard, you will never be able to map those data together. And it will be impossible for thinking about AI, IoT, and many, many things. You want to share data between hospital among Ministry of Health, Ministry of Public Health, or any other ministry, but your data come different format, structure, and standard. Everything will be impossible. So the important is how you make data in the same structure, same standard, and same format. That is the key. And you can exchange this data to other country, to other sector in the other country. That is the topic that European and US try to do. And same in Thai, we try to become medical hub of Asia and medical hub of the world with reorganizing our data structure, data model, so we can map with the other country. That is what we're doing now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pichitpong, for the nice answers. So, Muhammad Akbar Maulana, jadi kesimpulan dari jawaban beliau adalah yang paling menantang adalah bagaimana kita memiliki detail data. Nah, detail data ini dalam dunia kesehatan yang sangat-sangat penting karena ini akan berkaitan dengan bagaimana kita menyusun suatu sistem. Nah, yang dibutuhkan atau yang paling menantang adalah bagaimana pembentukan format data dan juga standar data yang digunakan untuk pembuatan mapping data tersebut. Ya, jadi jika kita tidak memiliki kemampuan untuk melakukan format data atau standar data, maka it is impossible atau ini cukup tidak mungkin untuk melakukan mapping data tersebut. Right. Yes. So yeah, we have also a question in the chat room here. The question is from Mr. Andi Muhammad Nurul Akbar from Information System Department of Megarezky University. Yeah, so I think that because Professor Nazil is not here, so this question, yeah, is also addressed to Mr. Pichipong from Thailand to answer the questions. Right. So, Mr. Pichipong, let me read the questions first. So the question is, one of the problems happening in Indonesia now is regarding to the stunting, which is really difficult to be detected. Yeah, so there are two questions here. The first is that how is the implementation of AI in detecting the stunting so that the government can determine the way to deal with the stunting itself? The second question is how the prevention or how the way to deal with stunting in several countries, especially in Thailand. Yeah. So, Mr. Bichitpong, yeah, time is yours. Right. Yes. I would like to confirm again to Mr. Pichitpong. Yeah. Are you still here with us? Okay. Ya, sepertinya Bapak Pichitpong masih there is something to do. Okay. While waiting for Mr. Pichitpong to answer the questions, I will move to the next question first. Saya akan pindah terlebih dahulu ke penanya selanjutnya. Pertanyaan selanjutnya ada dari Ibu Nur Arafah Nur Fadilah. Ya, alright, oke. Jadi masing-masing di sini ada pertanyaan untuk setiap speakers. Ya, tapi saya akan membacakan untuk pertanyaan kepada Bapak Muhammad Kalbi. So, Bapak Muhammad Kalbi, can we claim compensation for data leaks in healthcare? So that is the question from Ibu Arafana Fadilo. Yeah. For Bapak Muhammad Kalbi, time is yours.
So before I show you the case of data leaks in BPJS Kesehatan in Indonesia. So actually, when that happened, there was no regulation that explicitly regulate about private enforcement of or private litigation. So when we are talking about claiming compensation, we are talking about private enforcement. So before there are no regulation about that, but now we have this regulation. However, the regulation about claiming compensation is not quite clear in this new regulation. So there are specific procedure how the victim could claim for compensation. There are no clarity about who will handle this case when there are someone want to claim for compensation. Is it the jurisdiction of consumer protection or is it the jurisdiction of district court? So there are no clarity in this issue. That's why I put on my future recommendation that the government should give a clear and specific procedure about private litigation. So the regulation actually say that the victim could claim for compensation, but they don't give clear instruction how the victim could claim for that. So that's the answer. There are no clarity in this new regulation. And that happened in many regulation in Indonesia. Okay, thank you.
Right. Thank you very much for the answers, Bapak Muhammad Kalbi. Now I will recall again for Mr. Pichitpong. Yeah, so are you here with us? All right, yeah. It seems like that Mr. Pichitpong is still out of coverage because something to do. Ya, maybe untuk Bapak Ibu sekalian yang ingin juga bertanya kepada Bapak Nitio, perwakilan dari Timor Leste. So, if you want to ask questions also, jika ada yang ingin menanyakan terkait dengan bagaimana, for example, kesehatan, sektor kesehatan, pendidikan, or something else in Timor Leste, ya, disilakan untuk mengajukan pertanyaan sambil menunggu Bapak Pichitpong untuk kembali hadir di Zoom meeting. Ya, silakan Bapak Ibu yang ingin mengajukan pertanyaan.
Izin.
Ya, baik, silakan Ibu.
Izin Kak.
Ya.
Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Saya sangat tertarik tadi pemaparannya, di mana tadi memberikan informasi kepada kita semua tentang manfaat yang sangat besar dan AI dan robot yang telah dimanfaatkan oleh Jepang. Seperti robot menjadi perawat, asisten rumah tangga, atau bahkan robot menjadi bodyguard. Dari pertanyaan saya untuk yang dari pemerintah Timor Leste, bagaimana suatu bangsa dapat memastikan bahwa penggunaan kecerdasan buatan menghormati hak asasi manusia dan tidak menciptakan diskriminasi atau ketidaksetaraan. Begitu Kak, kira-kira, karena kan kita tahu bahwa adanya AI ini atau robot ini kan bisa menghilangkan pekerjaan manusia, ada ketidakpastian ekonomi, dan keterbatasan dan keterangan ada fasilitas. Thank you.
Right, yes, thank you very much for Ibu Samsiah for the next question. Yeah, so I would like to invite Mr. Theo Magalhaes to answer the questions from Mrs. Syamsiar. So the question is actually how the presence of like artificial intelligence in the future still can ensure or guarantee the human rights. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Mr. Nitio. I think it's still muted, the microphone.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your questions. What we in Timor-Leste is we are aware as mentioned by the questions that the development of artificial intelligence could harm could have impact on human rights in the future. So what here we have been in our policies. What we do is some of the strategy is to do to first to contribute to ensure that the artificial intelligence can contribute to the assurance of human rights. First, we look at the fairness and what I mean here is through to implementing algorithms and models of AI that could prevent discrimination, especially based on race, gender, ethnicities, and other related issues. And secondly, through transparencies, like how the AI could support the system, especially on how decisions are made and challenges that needed. And third is the privacy protections. I mean, this is very important for the AI application to respect individuals' rights and privacies. And the development of AI, it's important to have what we call human-centric designs. I mean, like prioritizing human well-being in the designs and deployment. To look at the legal and ethical frameworks, like the development of AI in the development of AI to ensure alignment with human rights principles. As I mentioned previously, that His Excellency the Vice Prime Minister has instructed our department and our directorate to focus on these related issues. I mean, again, we could have AI develop like to use of all this artificial intelligence, but again, we need to respect and to consider the aspects of human rights. Yes. Thank you. Sorry, can you hear me or is it clear?
Yes, that's clear, sir.
Yeah. But again, as I mentioned before, that we are currently developing it. I mean, we are still working on it in terms of the facilities, and also the use of AI here is still limited. So we are working on it, especially in adapting to the new changes in the new environment. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Rivio, for the nice answers. Ya, jadi untuk Ibu Syamsiar, yang dapat saya simpulkan dari jawaban Bapak Nivio adalah terkait dengan kehadiran AI berupa robot yang di masa depan apakah dapat menggantikan pekerjaan manusia atau bagaimana. Jawaban dari Bapak Nivio adalah yang pertama, untuk di Timor Leste sendiri ini sudah dalam proses pengembangan. Ya, jadi dari negara Timor Leste ini akan mencoba untuk beradaptasi terhadap perubahan-perubahan yang baru. Kemudian terkait dengan kehadiran dari AI itu sendiri, terdapat regulasi atau kebijakan di Timor Leste. Yang pertama, harus dipastikan bahwa AI tersebut atau robot tersebut itu tidak memiliki diskriminasi. Kemudian yang kedua, AI tersebut harus memiliki yang namanya kerangka etika dan legal atau kerangka hukum. Dan yang ketiga, terdapat privacy protection atau perlindungan privasi, di mana AI tersebut tetap harus menjamin hak asasi manusia. Baik. Thank you very much for once again for Mr. Revio. Now I would like to invite again Mr. Pichit Kong from Mahidol University, Thailand. So there are several questions here, sir, from the participants. So the first question is from Muhammad Nurul Akbar. So there are two questions here from this participant. Yeah, the first question is, how is the implementation of AI in detecting stunting so that the government is able to determine the way to deal with the stunting? The second is, how is the handling of stunting in several countries, especially in Thailand? Yeah, so for Mr. Pichitpong, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. Basically, what you need to think is you need to have evidence base to show them that the model is successful in order to classify and pick up the child before they get abused, right? The purpose of machine learning to do proactive is to let the social worker work less or work easier, more effective. So we try to use all the parameter from the hospital. And if possible, at the time, we link the data from another ministry, such as Ministry of Education, Ministry of Interior. When WHO and UNICEF categorize violence as a 5 category: physical, mental, sexual, neglect, and abortion. So we use data from hospital to determine whether they have vaccinated based on their age. Nutrition, some kids get malnutrition, some kids didn't get treatment, didn't visit hospital regularly or whatever it is. So we use this parameter as an evidence base to show that statistic is important and can be used for create a model. As I told you, AI is based on statistic. So the statistic is something that all people accept it because they will be improved statistical or mathematical method. So we use this to convince the government, hey, our model is accurate based on the machine learning and compared to the facilitator, the people who go to visit the case. As you can see, based on the 95% confidential interval. So the government accept it. This is the key. We show, and with the UNICEF, they also convince the government easier. If you have international organization to help us convince government, they will trust the international organization a lot easier compared to the local stuff. So, and based on this, we show the case study, we show maybe the showcase, say that, hey, by doing this, we can save time, save resources. Instead of we blindly let them go to all over the village to find the victim, we can directly point to them based on the machine learning. We have GIS, graphical information system, geographical information, so they can access and they can reach the data easier. And we successfully convinced the other ministry. This is what I told you, the key point, that we get the data from Ministry of Education. So we know if this kid, he is already 12 years old, why he didn't go to school regularly. So he may be neglected or maybe some bully at the school. So we use all those data. And that's why I say in the previous question, the digital data is the most important. Because if it comes in terms of paper-based, it will be impossible for us to analyze those data and use it for fully. So that's it. Thank you for the question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pichitong, for the answers. So probably the answers just now is for the question from Ibu Arafa Nur Fadila about the parameters used in children's surveillance stuff. Yeah, so because the answer is related to the parameters to children.
I can add a few more. As I say, we get the data from Minister of Interior and Minister of the Labor. So we know that parents too. The kids sometimes live with their guardian, stepfather, stepmother, and then we know their background. Some stepfather basically get drunk quite often, has a bad behavior of taking the drug and so on. So the machine learning can point at, hey, this kid has a highly chance to get the physical violence. So we all get the data from hospital based on the ICD-10 and DRG Cooper and so on. Thank you.
All right. Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Pichitpong, for the answers. Yeah, so I think that there is also next question, but it is related to stunting issue, Mr. Pichitpong. So this is an interesting question from Mr. Andi Muhammad Nurul Akbar. So the question is related to stunting itself. So the first one is how the implementation of AI in detecting stunting. And the second is how is the handling of stunting in Thailand? Yeah. So for Mr. Pichipong, time is yours.
The key of the AI is, I say, it's not 100% accurate. It still have some gap because of the overlap between, I told you, the intersection part between the way we discipline. So we play with the AI for, let's say, 2 years and a half in order to determine the acceptable one. Okay, the case that didn't come under report is what we want to pick the most. So we try to adjust AI using many statistical and mathematical model, and we try to get more information back on the site. Let me give you one example. This is one of the case study that we found. The kid, he is about 9 years old. Okay, but this is based on AI. If he is related to the religion, no matter Buddhism or whatever it is, he has high chance to get physical abuse compared to the kid who not involved a lot with the religion. This is surprisingly. And if the female is about 11, 12 years old, she may have chance to get the sexual abuse. This is based on what AI told us. But there are another factor that can push this. And there are a case that we found. The kid is 9 or 10 years old. He is quite fat and he didn't show up in the school that often. And he stay with the stepfather who usually get drunk. So finally he get the bruise and all over his face. So the social worker point directly to the stepfather. But reality, after we investigate, the root cause is the school. He is bullying at school. He get bullied at school. So he didn't want to come to school. And because he didn't want to come to school, so his grade is dropping down. The homeroom teacher called him as his stepfather quite unhappy with his not showing at school. So he hit or slapped the kids. So you can see that the evidence show point to the stepfather, but the root cause is not. The root cause is his classmate at school who bullying. So these are things that we try to expand our AI knowledge, so it can detect better and more accurate. There are many minor cases like that show factor that is out of what we can get from hospital is behavior, and this is one of the so sophisticated that why AI can get unformat, unstructural data that the normal doctor and people cannot get. The doctor basically get the registration form document, right? But the AI can get the way they post on the social media, the like, share, link, or whatever it is, and can use that for the machine learning program. So that's
Thank you very much, Mr. Pichiktong, for the answers. Yeah, so it seems like that many of our participants here are really interested in your presentation. Right. So ladies and gentlemen, Bapak Ibu sekalian, bagi Bapak Ibu yang masih memiliki pertanyaan untuk speakers kita, we still have here Mr. Pichiktong from Mahidol University, Thailand, Mr. Nityo Magalhaes from Timor Leste, and Bapak Muhammad Kalbi in the UK. Ya, silakan Bapak Ibu yang masih ingin mengajukan pertanyaan. We still have time. Kita masih memiliki waktu. Ya. Ya, bagaimana Bapak Ibu? Apakah?
Well, I have question. May I have question?
Yes, sure, please, Mrs.
Well,
Eka.
thank you. Okay, my question is for Professor Pichitpong. Sawadee ka, Achan. Good morning, ka. Oh, good afternoon, ka. Achan, I want to ask about you have explained how digital advancement significantly influence health technology, and also your presentation addresses research example in involving children, right? So my question is, how does the development of digital technology confront a health ethic issue, such as the potential for patient data leakage, for instance, or many other health ethical issue, I think. Thank you.
Yes, please, Mr. Bijitpong.
Yeah, one thing for sure is like you should know that digital technology cannot replace many activity that require face to face, right? But what we can do with digital technology is it can basically a tools that help you. It's a decision support tools. It's a tool that can basically simulate and replace the real situation. And sometimes previously, like let's say 10 years ago, people were not open to the digital platform. 15 years ago, people will unhappy with decision support AI. When I was just came back from US to Thai, many doctors that I talk and try to do research with, they didn't believe in AI. They said that, hey, how can machine smarter than me, medical doctor? But now they believe it. So it takes time for them to understand and convincing them how can use digital platform AI. And I should say this, COVID-19 helped we push it faster. With the COVID-19 where you cannot do activity face to face, it is a part that people start turning to Zoom, online platform, and many things. So digital disruption come in that time. People start accepting telemedicine. Of course, people in the generation X and baby boom, including me, still believe in face to face with doctor, not want to do digital platform. But the people in generation Y, medium, and C, such generation, they accept the digital that platform. So by doing that, the health education and many other things can be done simultaneously using the digital platform. And this is where we're going now. The previous speaker, they talk about 5G. And I believe that China and US, they're starting about 5 plus or 6G already. And this is where the machine learning can be fully used. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Pejipong, for the answers. Right. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bapak Ibu sekalian, apakah masih ada yang ingin mengajukan pertanyaan? Okay. Yeah. So, if there is no other questions, let's have the next session. Jadi sesi setelah ini adalah dokumentasi. Bapak Ibu sekalian mohon berkenan untuk mengaktifkan kamera karena setelah ini kita akan melakukan sesi dokumentasi atau foto bersama. Ya. Right. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, after this we will have documentation session. So please turn on your camera so that we can take picture together on this Zoom meeting. Right. So put your best facial expression. Ya, silakan Bapak Ibu sekalian dipasang muka paling cerianya. Alright. Yeah, okay. So we have 11 slides. Kita memiliki 11 slide. Jadi mohon untuk dijaga facial expressionnya terlebih dahulu. Ya. Karena kita memiliki 11 slide di sini. Right. Ya. Ya. Kita sudah di slide ketiga.
Putri sudah menyalakan kameranya.
Ya, mohon berkenan Bapak Ibu sekalian, masih ada yang belum mengaktifkan kamera. Ya, so please turn on your camera and give your best smiles and facial expression. Yeah, because it will be uploaded as one of the documentation in Megarezky University Instagram official account. So it's already on slide 5, sudah di slide 5. Ya, we have been in the slide 7, sudah di slide ke-7 saat ini. Sambil menunggu dokumentasi selesai, mohon Bapak Ibu untuk mengisi daftar hadir melalui link yang telah kami kirimkan di room chat. Ya. We still have 2 slides to go. Masih ada 2 slide. Sekarang sudah slide ke-10 ternyata. Baik. Right, we are in the last slide. Ya. Sudah di slide terakhir. So, hold on. Right, okay. So the documentation session is finished. Ya, sudah dilakukan dokumentasi. Terima kasih banyak. Thank you very much. Yeah, for your time. So before giving back to the master of ceremony, I, the moderator, would like to express my thankfulness to our speakers for today for the great presentation and also for your time and availability to be here with us. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much also for your time. See you in the next activity from Megarezky University. The last I say, thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning. So I will
Thank you very much.
to Master of Ceremony to give the closing. Ya, mohon tunggu sebentar.
Timor Leste.
Dan Ibu Eka.
Okay, we finally come to the end of today's agenda, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for everyone for being a part of this insightful international seminar today. I want to thank you for our amazing speakers, Mr. Nivio Magalhaes, Professor Picik Pong, Professor Nasil, and Mr. Nur Alim Kalbi. Thank you very much, and we hope that to see you in our future events. Stay connected, and thank you once again for being a part of this international seminar. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Tuhan
Kita adalah beragam cerita yang punya impian. Kita adalah berjuta kalimat yang siap bercerita. Kita adalah kemajuan yang tidak akan pernah mundur. Kita adalah jiwa yang ingin terus berkembang. Dan kita adalah keberagaman yang siap memimpin. Perbedaan bukanlah alasan untuk tidak bersinergi. Karena masa depan butuh banyak perubahan. Di Universitas Megarezky, setiap perbedaan itu berarti. Di Universitas Megarezky, setiap perbedaan membawa perubahan.
Salah tulis. Saya kira